season as well, and I would echo the congratulations to all the schools. This year's club is a little bit different for us than some we've had in the past. We're probably not as athletic as some of the clubs we've had, and we really have 4 starters back off of last year's regional team as far as position players. So the contributions we've received from a number of players that were returning, but spent very little time on the field for us last year, and then a couple of freshmen has been fun to watch. We know that for us to have a chance here, we are going to have to play extremely clean defensively. We're going to have to pitch it as well as we have all year. And I think our pitching staff's been very consistent throughout the course of the year and given us a chance. We're a club that has to move runners, and we have to count on some big 2-out RBIs to have a chance to win some ball games. So we're tremendously excited to be here in a great venue. It's my first time in the stadium as it's been redone and rebuilt. Was here back in the 80s, but I've seen it on television. I've seen Brian's clubs play on TV during the course of the year and in other postseasons, and what a great venue here with the fans, and our kids are looking forward to it every day here.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Kennedy, Elon.
Yeah, I'll echo sentiments as well. Congratulations to all 3 schools. I think from what I know of these coaches, these are going to be 3 very well-coached teams, and it's going to present a great challenge for our program. And speaking of Elon baseball and the season we've had, we had some high expectations coming in, a lot of seniors on this club, and it felt like at the start of the season this was a possibility. And then we ran through some injuries, and at our level, at the mid-major level, I guess, so to speak, it's tough and challenging. And I think Brian would tell you, even at the ACC level, when you lose players, it takes its toll on your team. And we went through some of that. We had a stretch where we had a tough part of our schedule where we played Carolina 3 times, followed that up with Mark and his club at Wilmington when they were playing extremely well, and then went down to Louisville when they were playing really well, and we didn't fare too well, and I thought that took a toll on our club. And we didn't respond to that too good, but we hung in there and kept fighting, kept getting after it a little bit, and then we finally peaked at the right time. We had a great tournament where we got a few guys out, they got a few guys back, and played extremely well. We've got quality starting pitching. We feel like we'll have a chance to be in some games, and that's important, obviously, in an event like this. So we're pleased to be here, very excited, and know that we're going up against 3 very well-coached teams, and we're going to have to play well to compete, but we're looking forward to that challenge.
Okay, let's open it up. Questions for the coaches. Hey. Go ahead. Sorry.
Ron, you how college baseball is one of those sports where conference affiliation often doesn't matter. You don't have to be from one of the power leagues. What to say about the Colonial this year? I think this is the first time since '01 that 3 teams got in, and William & Mary gets an at-large after Towson wins your tournament.
Our league was very good this spring. A number of players that have grown and matured over the last couple of years in several programs. Towson played extremely well. You look at the record and you say, what are you talking about? They're 29-28. They're a solid club. Defensively, I don't know that there's too many better than them defensively. I think they turned 80-some double plays this year. They're very solid. Maybe a little bit short pitching depth-wise, but very good club. Northeastern pitching may be as good as anybody's on the East Coast. They're top 5 guys. Georgia State played very well. William & Mary's pitching and position players figured out a way to get it done every day, and they played extremely hard. So our league continued to grow through the course of the year, and I feel like we're headed in the right direction, getting back to where we were at one time. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, our league was anywhere from the 3rd to the 5th best league in the country, RPI-wise. And then we lost some schools and had some changes, and baseball wasn't quite as important for some. And now I think there's quality coaches throughout the conference, a number of very, very good players, and I'm excited about the fact that College of Charleston's coming in our league next year, which will add And then, of course, Elon and Mike's group will be coming in the following years, which will certainly improve our conference even more.
North Carolina, not only do for your team, but how can that help you, in a tournament situation here when you're playing some powerful clubs?
Well, hopefully it continues to give them the confidence necessary to compete against some of the best teams in the country. We did that on the road. Anybody that saw that game knows that we were pretty ugly the first 3 innings. It was not pretty. We didn't play well. We were down 6-0. And found a way to work back in it and scored 6 to tie in the 4th, and then got great pitching, played well defensively the rest of the way, and then had a couple big 2-out knocks. And that's, it's the toughness part that Brian and Mike and Joe have talked about with all the kids. It's just a matter of hanging in there, continuing to work, continuing to stay positive, and do it as a group. If one pitcher's struggling on any given day, it's another one that's coming out of the pen to pick them up. And that's one plus for our ball club this year is they've been there for each other. And they've got a great, really have a short memory. This group's got a short memory. We've had some bad days, and they've eliminated it and come back and played well the next day.
David?